Good morning. Welcome to the NWI. My name is Annette Walters, and I am here to help you understand how to network with integrity. I have been in business networking for over 20 years, both in sales and marketing sent me into business networking. I know the struggles of networking and the distractions that come up along the way, and what we are going to do here is to cut through the distractions. Whether you want to meet the right people, advance your career, or find your ideal clients, you have come to the right place. So, today we are going to talk about one of the main things that sinks networking. Networking is one of those things that can be easily sunk through um, that can be easily sunk through, excuse me here, um, just this one action, or as I should say, inaction. We put a lot of effort in business networking into showing up, maybe which groups to join or which activities to participate in. We think about the types of people that are there, their connections, perhaps their job titles, or the companies that they are associated with. We may even research before we go so that we have something to talk about. Now, this could be the company or this could be who won the Saints game this week. It doesn't matter, but whatever it is, we spend a lot of time doing this. But the one thing that few of us spend a lot of time on is follow up. I think I have, oh, I do. I've got my list of cards here. Remember we talked about this last week. We walk in, we get all of these cards, and we stack them up, and then we look at them a couple of months later, and what do we do with them? Usually they go in the trash because we can't remember who's in our stack of cards. Follow up is one of the most important things that we can do in networking. So, how do you follow up? Do you have a follow up system? That's one of the main things that before you even darken the door of a networking group, what you want to do is to create or decide how you're going to follow up. Whether you're going to handwrite a note card, send an email, or make a phone call, you have to make sure that you decide ahead of time when you're going to do that. Follow up is something that sneaks up on most of us when we're networking. So many times when we go out into networking, we expect that we'll make a connection, maybe even schedule a one on one, and then we have that, and then that's how we follow up. But that is not follow up. Follow up is regular communication with somebody to work to advance information or advance a relationship. It is a two-way street, and so, that is what you're working to get to, is to a two-way street so that they will respond. And follow-up is not designed to be annoying, because I know a lot of us worry about doing too much or being perhaps being perceived as being overeager. If we can follow up in such a way that is informational or helpful to the other person, it may even be just nice to have somebody acknowledge us. I mean, think about it. If you received a even an email as opposed to a handwritten card, which is also equally as nice. Um, if you received this, it's like, oh, they remembered me. Yeah, I remember that conversation, and it kind of tickles your brain. Follow up helps us to remember those conversations so that we can continue on that brief connection that took place when we met them in the networking meetings. So, what kind of tools can you use for networking? Well, let's talk about it. All of us have used a contact relationship manager. Whether it is writing things down in a journal, um, perhaps an Excel spreadsheet, or you've paid for a CRM that connects to your email and allows you to take notes and keep more detailed information about clients. Those tools are fantastic. But the one that you need to connect to all of them is your calendar, because follow up really makes a difference, again, when you can do it regularly and you do it on purpose. We talked last week about purpose and making sure that you have purpose in your networking. By calendaring these things out, it makes a huge difference. And so if you again, before you go to networking, you've already decided that this networking is on Tuesday morning at between 4 and 5 o'clock this afternoon on Tuesday. We are going to, me, I'm going to follow up with whomever that I met, and I have blocked out 30 minutes of my time. Sometimes it will be a handwritten note. Sometimes it'll be a phone call. Sometimes it will be simply an email. You will know based on the conversations that you had which one would be most effective. And in later days, we will start talking about effective follow up. But just for now, what I want you to remember is that you need to follow up because it makes a difference. When we don't follow up, all of those connections that we made become this stack of business cards. And we may see them later and we get to start all over. But let's make each connection work and work well. It makes a difference when we follow up because so many people at networking do not follow up. So when you do, you will be remembered and you will stand out. If you have any questions about this, I encourage you to contact me. It's simply contact at the NWI, which stands for Networking with Integrity. Again, contact at the NWI.com. Or you can explore more about me and the business networking coaching that I do out at the NWI.com. Again, my name is Annette Walters. This is the NWI, Networking with Integrity, where we make networking work. Have a wonderful week of networking, and we will see you back here tomorrow morning. Remember, we are together every morning at 8:30 a.m., Monday through Friday. See you then.